This is Mackenzie's trip to Beijing. This was our first hotel in old Beijing. We got to fly on a 787 and said goodbye to Daddy.
Go.
This is Matt getting on her first big plane.
Whoa. What do you think? What do you want to say, Daddy? What do you want to say to Daddy?
Our flight was very long. It was 11 hours. Our plane had cool lighting that changed rainbows. Here is a look at our flights to show you how far we traveled from Seattle to Beijing in 11 hours. So we went a full half day over Alaska and down through Russia to Beijing. Beijing is 15 hours ahead of us. So when we were waking up in Beijing, you guys were going to bed here in Olympia. It took a very long time. There he goes. Here we are in Beijing. It was 80 degrees and hot. This is what a hutong looks like. Lots of little trinkets and shops that Maki was excited to see. Our big hotel. This is what it looks like all the time. It's super busy. Lots and lots of people. We explored and found the drum tower and the bell tower.
So we found the drum tower and the bell tower, and that one's the drum and this one's the bell. And there's a drum statue over there, and we want to show you.
We found it another day and the flowers were all gone. This is what lots of streets look like with gates. These are silver workers making jewelry just outside our hotel. This is the air quality in Beijing. It wasn't very good when
I'm going to show you the difference between female.
The female?
And the male.
Male lion statues?
And this one, this is the female. Ball under it.
So a ball on the male and a little lion on the female. Yeah? Cool. This is what a lot of the buildings look like in an old hutong. This was our first class where Maki got to teach play to students. This is her practicing with me and having everybody watch her. She wasn't nervous at all. This is her talking with the students who were practicing their English with Maki. Oh, this is Maki's favorite dinner, churros. This is how Maki spent her day, playing all by herself. Okay, so we're going to class now, right?
It's going to piss. Yay!
Morning. Okay.
Yeah.
This is our class.
All the balloons are out.
Yeah.
Some are drawn on. I'm gonna look at the one.
I teach play therapy and teach parents and adults how to play. These were some of Mac's favorite students that liked her. Here's my first class, and next will be my second class. It was a very busy 8 days. Then we played in a playgroup with kids, and Mac got to interact with Chinese kids who spoke some English. We did lots of activities and drawings, including a power body and a power shield of love.
是什么？然后这里画的是什么？
Go ahead.
So this is me, and I have a power of the love.
You have love power. Okay.
等一下，你们都听懂了吗
And what do we see here?
？They all
This is
understand.
my shield.
And that's your shield?
这是什么？
What does it protect you from?
It
Yeah,
protects me
good.
from the love person coming from and the enemies.
From the enemies? So you send love out and you're protected from the enemies.
Enemy can.
Evil.
I know,
Evil.
but how can enemy protect her?
The shield is protecting her from her
对
enemies.
大家听懂了吗？就是这个盾牌呢，是为了保护 Mackenzie 不受那些敌人的伤害。
Yeah?
And
Anything else?
these three things can produce lasers.
Oh.
No one can touch my shield.
Okay.
这个部分大家听懂了没？你听懂没？
没有，我听懂了一点。
他说的什么？
他说这部分什么什么什么。对，我只听懂了最后一句，好像就是没人可以碰他的盾。
对，非常好。他说这里呢就会像散发出那种激光，就从这里嘛，激光射出来，于是其他的人就不能够伤害到，就不能碰到他的盾牌，就相当于在他的保护之外呢，又有一个激光在保护。
Yeah. This is called a hot pot for dinner. We stuck all these foods in the pots to the right, cooked up. Mackie got to our new hotel. She liked it a lot. It was a new Beijing, so it was much more modern. Mackie liked having modern food again. It was yummy. This was the lobby. She was excited. This is us in Tiananmen Square. It's a very large square and very famous in the world.
Ready? Sit. You're at Tiananmen Square? And what's that flag?
China flag.
The China flag. Yeah? Good.
Many people are jealous of our time that we got to spend at the Tiananmen Square. Behind us is the Emperor's Palace, and this is us going through the gate. This is a very famous Chinese gate. It's 4,000 years old. There's lions everywhere to protect you. Mackie can tell you all about them. This is in the Forbidden City behind that gate. She was rather shy at first because people like to take pictures of her. This is part of the Imperial Garden. It's in the back of the Forbidden City. This is where the emperor sat and gave out laws. Here's his seat. It's all covered in gold. Here's the small areas where they lived within the palace. It was very tiring. This is a look at the Imperial Garden. It has really famous rocks. It's really, really beautiful. It was pretty cold there, but not cold for us. Yeah.
We call it Taihu Rock.
We like to take pictures here, and everybody took pictures of us too. This is one of the many little garden houses there. What did you think of the palace in Tiananmen Square? You liked it? Is there anything you want to say about it? Did you think it was pretty? Did you think it was big? What did you think? Mean? Oh, the history of it. There were some mean people who took the history stuff. Yeah. Good. Next, we went to the Temple of Heaven, which is a beautiful park of several acres with this big, huge temple in the middle. Mackie and I liked it a lot. It was really pretty. She explored and took pictures all by herself throughout the square. There were lots of things to take pictures of, particularly in the corridors. We stopped in shops and saw this master carver of jade. Next, we saw this show. It was amazing. We thought this was amazing. Next is 4 motorcycles. I got up to 5 motorcycles, all in the sphere. After such a long day, we had our first meal that was American, hamburgers. Next, we went to the Ming tombs. It was a beautiful morning and walk, although it was cold. It was 28 degrees outside, and Mackie was so warm she didn't really need much of a coat. We took lots of pictures of the statues that are here that represent the animals and the guardians of the Ming dynasty. These red tags are wishes that people do. Next, we're headed to the Great Wall of China. We're very excited. This is us at the top. At first, Mackie was scared, afraid she was going to fall, and then she realized how big the wall was, and she enjoyed it. We hiked all the way for a very long time, up and down. It was very steep, but we had a good time, and there was almost nobody there, which led us to have a lot of fun and take cool pictures with hardly any people. This is very rare for the Great Wall of China. This is Mac in the entryway to one of the towers. We climbed up on one and took pictures. This is where the soldiers would stay and live while they were guarding the wall. Here's Mac against a stone. They're really big stones. They're 1 meter by 2 meters. We climbed the stairs. People got tired because we are on top of a mountain. The Great Wall travels along the top of a mountain range. It's 13,000 miles long. This is how we got down. We took the slide. Next, we went to a cloison factory where they make these pottery. It's traditional Chinese, then enamel it. This is what a final product kind of looks like. Next, Mac decided to count money. It's very colorful money in China, called yen. Here's what some of the bills look like. There's some in Mac's packet, too. Here's Mac at the mall. She got on the big TV screen. It was pretty amazing. She then got to have breakfast again and enjoyed it. It was really cold on our last day in China, 28 degrees. We were headed to the airport after visiting the Summer Palace. These were our tour guides, Ben and Josh. Now we're at the Summer Palace. It was a beautiful place of an island with a huge lake all around it. Here's the path. It goes into it. We were at the lake. It was really cold, but for the Chinese it was even colder. Mac had fun running around and seeing all the different secret places where the emperor and the empress lived. These beautiful structures were used year-round, but mostly in the summer when it's hot. The gardens are beautiful, and people like to stay and rest and just watch everything happen. This is one of the bridges. It was a beautiful day. There were hardly any people there. All the corridors are painted like this, and it is the longest corridor in the world. It set a Guinness World Record, and we walked almost the whole thing. Here's more lions. There's Ben and Mac. They became really good buds. This is a stone boat made out of marble. It's pretty impressive. We were getting ready to go on the dragon boat to go across the lake. Here we go. It gave us good views of the pagoda and the other temple on the other side. Here's a bridge of 17 arches. It's one of the largest arched bridges there is. We were having so much fun on the boat. Here's the gate of us leaving the Summer Palace. We were excited because that meant we were headed on the plane. We said goodbye to Ben, and we sat in the airport for 3 hours to wait for our plane. There it is. We're excited. We're ready to head home. It's been a long day already. Mac's making sure she understands how to stay safe on an airplane. There she is in customs with her passport and her ticket, making sure she can come back into the United States. We're almost there. We got her luggage. We're waiting for it. And Mac and Bee are so happy to see each other, they keep holding hands. Mac was an awesome traveler, and China won't be her last stop.